Okay, let's start with module 3. Okay, in this module, the question, how can Microsoft Word help you in writing a business letter? It's about writing a business letter and a regular letter too. So first you go to the file and there is lots of drafts, but Microsoft feature can help you master advanced editing skills and create a business and personal business letters. So the question is, you might have saying, how can I create a business letter? How can I cut, paste, and copy text? How can I print an envelope? How can I use templates? What vocabulary word should I review? Now, if you see this one, a business letter is a formal document written by people who work for a business or organization. Companies use business letters for many reasons, such as pass along information or to gather market data or reminders of doing something. Business and organization send professional business letters to their customers can immediately identify. So there is a standard. When you send it to somebody, can immediately identify it's a business letter. So that's how it looks with a business letter and usually has this specification. An effective business letter should contain a letterhead that contain, company information. The date, the recipient name and address, also known as the inside address, the outside address on the envelope, the inside address is on the letter. Hello or greeting or salutations. And then the body of the letters, and don't forget in the end, there is a closing part of it, plus sender name and job title. That's a business letter. Now, you can do a personal business letter, but without the titles, without the logos and all these things. So use a personal business letter format when the letter represent only yourself and not a particular business or organization. You use a personal business letter, but both of the business letter use the block. So you do it a certain block style format because they are easy to key and have a clean and organized look. You see how it's a block set. So in a block style formatting, the lines of the letters align at the left margin. So the left margin there. And the body of the letter has 1.15 line space. The paragraph spacing is 10. And the top, you have 2. And inside, the one is a side and bottom margin. So to look at the academic skill part of it, what are the main parts of a business letter? Letterhead, today date, inside address, salutation, the body, the closing, and the sender's names and job title. What is the difference between a business and a personal business letter? Answer. The main difference between a business and a personal business letter is that a personal business letter represents an individual rather than a company or organization and does not use a letterhead. Which style format do a business letter follows? Your answer. Business letter follows the block style format, the left block style format. Now let's talk about to move a text. To move a text from one location to another in a business letter, you can use cut and paste, and you can have them on the top there, so it's easy to cut and paste also. When you cut text, it is removed from the document. The text that you most recently cut is stored on the clipboard. So you can paste it again. So you can paste the word. You can then paste the cut content elsewhere in your letter. Determines where the paste text will go by moving the mouse and clicking that to create the insertion there, and then you do the paste. Now, sometimes you may want the same text to appear in more than one place in your letter. So you select the text to copy and then save the time by copying it and moving paste somewhere else. So you don't cut it, you copy it. And that's where you find the copy. You also can do it on highlight, right click. Now, after you copy the text from one location, you can paste it in another location. So the old one stays there and paste the new one in another location. Paste the text here. You can avoid error by copying and pasting address, names, phones, numbers within the document, so it's easier than you rewriting it again and again. Anytime you cut or copy a text, that text is stored on the word clip, by the way. So anytime you cut it, you can find it in the clipboard. Anytime you copy it, you can find it in the clipboard. The word clipboard stores only one time at the time. As soon as you cut or copy another item, the previous item is replaced. But there is another solution to do it differently, not to lose it. But here, what you do, you cut it or you copy that text. And the text will show in the clipboard. But there is another way. Unlike the word clipboard, the Office clipboard can store up to 24 separate cut or copy items. You notice here, it's there. Office clipboard can store up to 24 of them. Use of the Office clipboard when you want to store and reuse several words, phrases, or paragraphs multiple times. Now, There is other thing that you do usually is print an envelope. You go to the envelopes and labels. To print an envelope, use the envelope and labels dialog box. You can create an envelope automatically using the address in your letter. So you can import it on this, or you can type it, key it and different address into the address box. Now, there is also what you call a return address, which is the second half. If you see here below, that's what you call a return address. So they key the return address into the return address box and click print bottom to print the envelope. Select how many you want to print. There is what you call in the file, you always, when you click on the file, you can find some kind of a templates. You can utilize one of these templates. You can see it, how it looks like, and you select one template that you think it fits best. You can use this template to help create many types of document, by the way. A template is a guide that contains formatting instructions for a particular document you are doing. Like these documents, use the template to create many types of document or many types of common document, including business letter, personal business letter, or even a memo. So that's what you call a professional business letter, a memos or memorandums, and personal business letters. Where is cut or copy text stored in the Word? Cut and copy text is stored on the clipboard. How do you create an envelope automatically using an address in a letter? Your answer? To create an envelope automatically using an address in a letter, use the envelope and label dialog box. Which word tool can you use to help you create a professional business letter? You can use Word template that you've seen just recently to create a professional business letter because they have some kind of a guidelines also. Things that we need to know, vocabularies. Business letter. A formal document written by people who work for a business or organizations. Cut. To select and remove a text, usually for the purpose of pasting somewhere else in a document or application. Paste. To replace previously cut or copied text into other part of the document. Copy is to select and reproduce text somewhere else in a document or application. Now, the clipboard is a place where you cut or copy a text stored so that it can be copied into a document in the future. A template. What's a template? A guide that contains the formatting of a particular type of document, workbook, or presentation. So you go on the file, there's a template, and you select the one it fits on the situation. Content control, specific text file in a document. That's the end of the module. Thank you.